Namaste. Welcome to another episode of In Conversation with Organizer. And today we will be discussing a very interesting topic. We will be talking about open learning, distance learning. And to discuss it in length, we are joined by Professor Dr. Saroj Sharma ji. She is the chairperson of NIOS, which is the National Institute of Open Schooling. Ma'am, namaste.
Namaskar.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Ma'am, first of all, tell us about open learning and why it is so important when it comes to Indian learning system, Indian education system.
See, education is a lifelong process, and there are various ways of learning. Conventional mode, when we go to school, when we go to colleges, in a formal structure when we study, that is called a formal education system. Open and distance mode gives a lot of flexibility. In higher education, IGNOU is there, Indira Gandhi National Open School, University, and in school education, National Institute of Open Schooling and other state boards. There are 9 state boards that are who are giving education in open and distance mode, and we are the national board, one of 2 national board, major national boards. NIOS has a mandate of reaching to unreached. We are world's largest open schooling system, and a lot of flexibility is there in our system. Once a student gets registered in our board, then his or her registration is valid up to 5 years. We conduct board examination twice in a year, and with own pace of preparation, students appear in the examination. On demand examination is also very flexible approach we are having. It is one provision for our students. So, after a long wait, national education policy has come, and it advocates education through open and distance mode, so that we can reach to the remote areas, we can reach to the students who are not able to go in a formal schooling system. A lot of disabled children, inclusion needed students, players, even different students of various fields, Indian Army, they are our students. We have MOU with ITIs also, DGT we have MOU. So, such kind of students are our stakeholders. So, we provide them education in a very flexible approach, in a very flexible manner, so that they can get their certificate with a very multidisciplinary nature, and they can get their certificate in a kind of alternative and homeschooling studies.
So, once they receive their certificate, what are the opportunities for them in the future?
See, it is a regular board. It is a regular board, and our certificates are valid across world, in India also, because as I said, we are a national board. So, we have 103 vocational courses also, and conventional courses are there. We have introduced few years back Bharatiya Gyan Parampara course, because as I said, national education policy is on the fore, and as an implementing body, we are autonomous organization of Ministry of Education of Government of India. So, we have given various assignments, we have given various mandate in national education policy to implement it. So, we are giving vocational courses, skill courses, conventional courses, and also we have there are 3 levels. One is at elementary level, then secondary and senior secondary. So, as I said, we are the world's largest open schooling system. So, there is no boundary between conventional courses and vocational courses. We have integrated skill courses with the conventional courses. A student who is having music as subject can opt for physics. A student having chemistry can opt for any other class, social science or any other. So, national education policy advocates interdisciplinary approach. So, we are also having interdisciplinary approach since long. On demand examination, conducting exams, board exams twice in a year, this is our special features, so that we can attract marginalized section students or the students who are unable to go to regular schooling. A good number of transgenders are our students, a good number of special children are our students. So disabled persons are our students, and adult education is our mandate. So laborers and other who are working also, but they want to get certificate in 10th or 12th, we have diploma courses, we have certificate courses, we have diploma in yoga, various other skill courses. These are our special features. We have also provision of, as I said, on demand examination. Also in stream 2 we acquire credit, we accept credits of students, those students who cannot pass or who could not pass in CBSE or any school board, they come to us and we transfer their credits of their board, and with their pace they prepare and they sit in the on demand examination, and if they are they have prepared well, they get certificate, pass certificate. So credit transfer is also one of its special feature of National Institute of Open Schooling.
Ma'am, what is the admission procedure, if you could
we advertise in newspapers, and admissions are, there are 4 streams. As I said, we conduct examination twice in a year. So 2 stream in first half of the year and 2 streams in second half the year. So first stream normal admissions are done, and in stream 2 various boards who could not complete, students who could not pass out in their examination, they also appear. So it is throughout a year, admission process is throughout a year, and that is also online. We accept fees online, examination after examination they get result online, and each and every student is having his or her own dashboard. We have 4 million students, around 40 lakh students enrolled in NIOS. So examination is very transparent manner, and students admission process is also through online, fee submission is online. It's a very easy process.
Ma'am, I would really like to discuss the NEP 2020 thing with you, but before that I would like to know that what are the challenges that your team face, and what are the challenges in dealing with the students?
See, I have a very experienced team. We are well versed with the admission process, online education, and also open and distance mode. But yes, bringing out these students who are not in the mainstream, this is a big challenge. And in National Education Policy, our also we have mandated to bring those students who are not in the formal schooling structure, to mainstream them. It is our motto. So we are working very hard, and in last year around 2 lakh students number of admission have increased with previous year. Normally in one stream it is 3 to 4 lakhs, but last stream it was 6 lakhs. So it was a remarkable increase in the number of admission of students, and also 70% increase was there in vocational courses. So recently NCVT has awarded us with the status of awarding body. So our vocational courses, skill based courses are NSQF compliant. So it gives strength to their certificate in their job market. So Skill India, NCVT and NIOS joint certification process is there for our vocational courses. So number of admissions have been increased a lot. We have also Indian knowledge system courses, Bharati Gyan Parampara, Vedang, Sanskrit Vyakaran, Yoga Vigyan. So those students of Gurukul, they are also our part. Madarsa students are also our part, Jain Muni are our part, and also Buddhist education. We have introduced Bhuti as language, also Buddhist studies is also part of our curriculum. Languages, and also I would like to tell you that recently UNESCO has awarded us with King Sejong Award, because we have introduced sign language as language. So any student, like any other language subject, student can opt sign language as their subject. We have provided it course code. So it is a subject, that is why UNESCO has recognized our efforts, and we have PM eVidya channel. In this eVidya channel also, in sign language we disseminate our content for the deaf students. In the field of special education, in the field of inclusive education, we are also doing a lot of work.
Ma'am, when it comes to the other stakeholders, you have talked about the students. What about the teachers? How they are involved?
Actually, we don't have formal school structure. This system is open and distance mode. We have study centers. These are called accredited center, but they are called tutors, who they are part-time teachers, but they have qualification. They are regular teachers of CBSE, either CBSE or state board teachers. So they have at par qualification. They are the tutors. They are recognized by our regional directors, and a kind of counseling, generally it is in weekends, because as I said, we have a very informal structure, informal but in open and distance mode, regular curriculum and regular practical and personal contact programs, regular examination. This is our structure. So we don't have teachers, but yes, we have tutors, and they teach in accredited study center. We accredit these centers, so they are teaching there, they are counseling them, and our books, we have very moderate fee. Just in 2012 students get admission, and in these 2000 we send books to their residence. So it is very minimum charge, minimum fee, and they get education. So this is a very flexible approach of education.
What role does open learning play in making that mandate more clear and making it
See, National Education Policy advocates on access, equity, quality, skill development and India-centric education. Bharat Kendrit Shiksha, access by 2030, we have to get 100% literacy rate. So that is why I told you that bringing students who are not going to regular schooling system, mainstreaming the students out of school children, this is our one aim. And also equity, as I said, inclusion is our main motto. So bringing equity, all this marginalized sections, as I said, transgenders, special students, girls who are underprivileged section is also our big stakeholder. So access, equity, quality, we maintain quality. Our books are very standard books. Content is written by very renowned and specialist of those areas. So then again, skill, as I said, we are the awarding body, NSQF compliant courses we are having. So these skill courses, it will make an Atmanirbhar Bharat, as our Prime Minister says, our Education Minister says, that to bring self-reliance in our youth. This is our prime motto. And इंडिया सेंट्रिक एजुकेशन, भारत केंद्रित शिक्षा. हम भारत को तभी समझेंगे जब हमारा जो रेस है, वी विल नर्चर अवर नेस. सो NIU इज डूइंग अ लॉट इन दिस एरिया. हम अपनी जड़ों को पहचाने और देश को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएं, और गर्व से हम अपनी भारतीयता का एहसास हो. दिस इज अवर मोटो.
Ma'am, if I may ask, what are those courses, skilled courses, which are most famous here?
See, agriculture, horticulture, IT based courses, 103 courses are there, and the IT courses, data entry operator, it is a very popular course among students. So computer related courses, IT related courses, agriculture related courses, beauty culture, these are the various domains where 103 skill courses are differentiated. These are the various vocational courses. And we are also certificating body of PMG Disha, Pradhan Mantri Digital Saksharta Mission, and we have certified around 1.75 crores learners in village panchayat and village digitally illiterate people. New India Literacy Mission is also very ambitious project of Government of India, and we are the certificate. Lakhs of students have been certified with us. Also we have NEPIA course for Indian Army, ASHA health worker certification. So these kind of various things, Hunar project, PM's Hunar project in Varanasi, we are also looking after these kind of projects in NIUS.
Thank you, ma'am. Would you like to say something to probably some student who is looking forward to take admission in NIOS?
मुक्त विद्यालय शिक्षा संस्थान से जुड़े और जीवन की ऊंचाइयों को भारतीयता के साथ प्राप्त करें, आत्मनिर्भर बने, साक्षर बने, शिक्षित बने और जिम्मेदार नागरिक बने. धन्यवाद.